Hi, guys. I just wanted to give a little bit of framing for this week for you before you start your work. So, you've already, ideally, and most of you have done this, found at least two sources that are about your method of social action and what it is and how it's defined and how it could be used in order to create social change. That's all great. Now, we're actually moving into you'll need that as background and you'll be using it a lot in your introduction paragraph. But in your paper, in your body paragraphs, the bulk of your evidence is actually going to be historical and modern examples of your form of social action being used and how and why it was effective. So throughout, I'm going to be using the example of the court, using the court because very few people chose that method of social action. So that'll be the model that you'll see. And the bulk of my body paragraphs, if I'm doing the court, would be about how court cases ultimately were what led to the legalization everywhere of same-sex marriage, and how additionally Brown versus Board of Education is what was a huge case and was brought and ultimately led to school desegregation. So my evidence is really like when this has been used and is being used successfully, this method, to create social change. So this week, instead of researching your method overall, you'll be researching specific historical and modern examples of your method being used successfully to create social change. And over the course of today and Wednesday, since those are the only 2 days you'll have like class, you're going to find at least three sources that give you information about historical examples of social, your method of social action being used successfully. Some of those will be more historical, like muckrakers if you're investigative journalism, and some of them will be more modern. Like some of the New York Times reporting on Trump, like that could be another example. So I just wanted to give you that framing. If you go to the next slide, you'll find me walk through exactly what your process is going to look like for today.